Welcome back to another episode of the Youth Academy Career Mode here with Wakefield Juniors. The very beginning of Season 3 in which we are into League 1. After getting promoted last season, after a really kind of a difficult start to the season in League 2, we finally break through our way all the way up now into League 1. We actually won the title on the second to last game day of the season, and now we are here to take on all these other teams, see if we can maybe go back-to-back promotions. We're back with Wrexham. I know that for a fact. We're back with Wrexham in there. This is your team. We are down to 31 players, and I expect a lot of these big-name players to possibly be walking out of the door in today's episode. Kasam, I actually never played with him yet, but I'm fully expecting him to get a transfer offer and for him to leave. 78 overall in League 1. That's kind of too insane for me anyway. If he does stay, I'm probably going to have to downgrade him a lot, because 78, that's a big play gap from an average size to what he is now. Cordoba's almost kind of in the same retrospect. However, I was playing with him in League 2 at 75 overall. So maybe we just let that go, just hold his growth for a little bit. Riki, he's somebody I just bought in recently. I think it was actually at the end of the season. I bought him in. I just bought in everybody that was in the youth academy that looked good enough that could have a future. I bought him in. Whether or not he'll be player better than Santos, who knows? Maybe him and Santos both leave the club as well. Montero is back from his loan from Lyon, in which he only grew +1, so that's not great there. Soto is here. Hamdan is still here. Peter's still here. Everybody is here. But I'm expecting a lot of these players to get a lot of transfer offers. Now, it is only from clubs from a big team, from a big league. A big team from a big league. Not really a big team, but a big league. Top 5 leagues that I'm going to only negotiate with and be a lot nicer to. Everybody else, you're going to have to offer me a couple money. We're going to kick things off, though, with the first scouting report of the season, and we are going over to Honduras as one of the 3 countries here. This is one of the nations that you cannot scout in-game unless you have the live editor from Iraq in the 2, in which I believe he's only doing it through Patreon for this year. It's a little bit of a letdown, but his Patreon doesn't cost that much per month, so it's not really that big of a deal. Now, I need to bring in a lot of players because I'm expecting to lose a lot of players as well, including goalkeepers. But Julio Moreira, 15 years old. He is a good goalkeeper, but he's 15, and I kind of need answers for now, for maybe in the short-term future, than what I need in the long term. Now going over to Iceland, we have 2 that are actually in the game as well. We only had Honduras, who was just a fake country, well, not a fake country, but not a real country in the game. And Honduras didn't really give us anyone, and it's looking like Iceland is going to do the same here with Ricky Starr. He might be on his way out as we look to possibly buy a new scouting reporter. Then we go over to South Africa, in which we get another goalkeeper that is just not good enough. And in fact, nobody here is good enough. So our first month is a bust. I mean, there's nothing really to do here besides just simulate and see what transfer offers we get, to be honest. So there we go. And the first signing of the summer is letting go of our, what is now a new left back. Henry Robson has gone to Harrogate Town for 88K. What a load of just money influx into the club. Jesus. I mean, 88K. Holy cow, why am I even showing you that? He's gone now. And our first big departure of the season is going to be Peters. He's on his way to Real Madrid for, I believe, 3.4 million. So he'll be walking out of the doors. He gave us at least a couple of good moments, and really a couple of real good moments, as well as our best right back, and actually really what for a long time was our only right back. And in fact, it was our only right back ever, as we never really had a right back. It's all been center backs playing that position, and at the moment I believe that's still the case because we have no other right back right now. But for pretty much 3.5 million, he walks out of the door over to Real Madrid. We'll keep tabs on him just to see how he is in the future. Maybe bring him back in the future, as well as we can only go ahead and rebuy back players that have been through our youth academy. We can't buy players that we have already played or players that aren't in through our youth academy. That's why we released a couple of players in that first season as well. but Peter's first player to be gone to a big club. And the second one is walking out the door as I speak. Mr. Arlo Price, our best striker, our top goal scorer of the club. He scored 34 goals last season for us to bring us into League One. He's now on his way to Dortmund for 4.1 million. We'll see what he can do in the future as well. This one will be definitely one of the ones that we might bring back later on in his career. Might be a Simon Hoffman type deal as well, because he was absolutely insane last season. But for 4.1 million, I mean, you can't really turn it down anyway. That's kind of the rules of my series there. But he is over now to Dortmund, and his career here at Wakefield is unfortunately over for the time being. And now one player, I was actually just looking at our squad, seeing how it would go, especially with all these other players leaving. And one of the players that I was tempted to actually try and maybe give a start to for the start of the season is walking out of the front doors. Goalkeeper Havar Mikkelsen, another Faroe Island player that we bought in last season alongside Davio Olsen after we sold Navarrete last season in January. He came in and he's 64 overall. Olsen is 65. I was tempted to give Mikkelsen the start for the season, but he's on his way to Athletic Cup for 1.1 million. So that dream or that idea is dead in the water, which is completely fine. We just bring him in for free, and we just sold him for a massive. And in fact, I believe this player that we promoted at the very end of the season. So he didn't have any time to play at all last season or at all for Wakefield Colors. And he's gone already, which is kind of interesting. And now before we get into the first game of the episode, we have another scouting report. And we are going, in fact, the last one was from last season. I did that last season. It came in at the very start of this season. It was the last one there as well. Actually, it was the last one because I made it the last one. So we go ahead and bring it in, and we just send them back to the Three Nations, considering, and I might only do this for 2 months now instead of the full 3 months that the minimum that you can do. So I might just do this for 2 months and then start somewhere else, because this was technically a second, and then next month will be the third technically for these Three Nations. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Now I am looking for a striker. I am looking for a right back, because boy are we in trouble at the moment in those positions, and Hondurans give us absolutely nothing. Back over to Iceland. I do not need a goalkeeper. I do have a goalkeeper. I'm completely fine there. I need a striker or a right back, and it's looking like I'm getting nothing. We are starting the season with absolute whoppers of players here. 700k for him. We'll bring him in. Maybe he could play striker. Maybe he could play center back. This guy, 400k, we'll bring him in because we do need strikers, and Archer's our only striker, and he's shit. And this guy might be able to play. Oh, he's 15 years old though. Flip's sake. He's 15 years old. He is a left back anyway, so honestly, goodbye. Now this guy, Bo Bang Smith, a 59 overall center forward. He's going to take 113 weeks to get into a striker position because he's a right winger or he's a cam. You've just, okay. Is he a cam? Do I need a cam? No, I don't even need a cam. I don't need him. I need him as a center forward, in all honesty. Can this guy play a striker? No, he cannot. He might not have a choice, but he can't play striker, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so those two are just going to sit there, and I'm probably going to just forget about them. Archer is our top striker. We also have Cadillac, who came back from loan, so we could actually really play him as well, because who's better? Cadillac. Cadillac is better, so Cadillac will start at center forward. So Archer's still not getting his chance to shine yet. New season, which means new kits as well. Our home kit, instead of red and black, it's red and white with the lightning strip design in the middle, splitting between the two colors. Our away kit, I'm American, so we go a little bit of Americanism in this. Red, white, and blue. I kind of did this by accident, I can't lie. I wanted to stick with the blue theme. I chose this design of a kit, and it was red and white, or blue and white initially with blue, and then I just added red to it. I forgot the red would be the shorts as well. So there's that, and then we go kind of a foresty green, kind of direction there, just completely out of there. But a green kit for our alternate with these little polka dots, electric art sponsorship kit there as well. We are going to kick things off though with our home kit at home against Leyton Orient. This is a team that we are playing. This is the starting 11 that we are playing. Hamdan gets the start over Porter. Cadillac is our striker for right now. Soto, Santos, Varela, Martins, Cordoba, Steele, Weston, Olsen in net, and then Montero as our right back for the time being. We have Archer on the bench, Kasim on the bench, Porter, Ricci, Baxter, Dennis, and Villeta all on the bench, with Montero and Ramos sitting there as well. And seeing as this is the first game in League 1, we are going to offer a stat boost for Mr. Olsen, our goalkeeper. If he can keep a clean sheet in the first half, we'll up his goalkeeping, one of his goalkeeping stats in there for now. But for now, let's get into it. Let's see what we can do against Leyton Orient, one of the League 1 sides. And here we go to kick things off in today's episode. I'm wondering, actually, does Hamdan have any playstyle plus? He has Trickster. A lot of these players' sharpness is not really fit because I just didn't do that. I totally forgot about that on the playstyle. Cordoba is restless. This guy has goalkeeper rushes out of the box. I'm not sure why it's like that, why like the thing is like that, but it is. It's actually like that for all goalkeepers that have that playstyle plus. It's bugged for some reason, so that'll be interesting to see later on. I kind of want to see what Montero is about in the beginning of the season. See if he's a good left back or a good right back. Maybe we don't have to focus so hard on a right back position if Montero is going to be there to just kind of carry us through. Martins on the ball. He's getting carried up the field as well. Now out wide for Soto. Soto gets tackled by Soji. Martins will win the ball back though in the midfield. He'll look to find Santos. That's a beautiful pass, almost intercepted. And then Varela on the score sheet. The first goal for us in League 1. It comes from Varela. The Varela Travella, the man that couldn't finish a shot inside of the 18-yard box. He now gets the job done in the 18-yard box, and we're up 1-0 against Leyton Orient. I believe they start. Did they not? Are they? Hold on. I gotta see something. So. And that will be halftime. That is a stat boost for our goalkeeper. That is a brilliant start for us here in League 1. Taking a 1-0 lead from Varela Travella. And in fact, we are going to offer 2 bonuses for today. We are going to offer a play style, not a play style plus, but just a regular silver play style for Mr. Varela if he can score a Travella from outside of the box. Outside of the box, it has to be. For Mr. Varela Travella in the second half. Cordoba intercepts into Martins. Now into Cadillac. Cadillac into Soto. Soto into Santos. Santos into Varela. Varela Travella! Did that actually Travella? I don't think it did. I think that's just a beautiful outside of the box goal for Mr. Varela. He has a brace now. Maybe he's been working on his training during the offseason. But that's a beautiful goal to kick things off. Now, I did hit L2 for him to do the Travella. So if he hits this on the outside of the box, I mean, it's technically not a Travella, but it is a Travella. Happy. Archer, beautiful work from him. Keeping the pressure up. I mean, there's not really much to really keep up. We're winning this game. We have won this game now. Is it 2 or did we score 3? I believe it's only a 2-0 win, a Travella double. So not only a stat boost for our goalkeeper, it's going to be a Varela man of the match as well. So that should be a +3 for him. I'm not going to give him the Travella despite the fact that he did score technically a Savella. And it's actually not even going to be him that gets the man of the match. It's going to be Martins who gets man of the match with 2 assists instead of 2 goals, which is interesting to see. They both came off at the same time, so no one really played any more minutes than each other. Santos gets the man of the match, though. A little bit of biasy there from the game. Olsen's positioning has been boosted up by 1 from a 62 to a 63. And then Santos +3 on heading accuracy. So he's now at 39 heading accuracy. We'll see if we can boost that up a little bit as much as we can. Obviously, I don't. With somebody like Santos like that, he's going to tend to get man of the matches a lot if we win a lot. And especially if he plays in this team. So I don't really want to boost his shooting, boost his sprint speed all that much. And just let the game do that in that kind of retrospect. as we get another scouting report. Starting 11 game for a second game of the season here against Plymouth Argyle. It'll be our first away game. We have the same starting 11 besides a little bit of I think only 3 changes in today's game. We have Porter, who's starting on the left-hand side for Hamdan, who's actually now in the reserves for Montero, who is on the bench. We have Ricci, who's starting on cam instead of Santos. Santos might be on his way out on loan to Burnley. And then we have Kasim, who's starting at right wing position. We are going to go ahead and offer a play style nothing. We are going to offer a stat boost for Cadillac if he can, finishing stat boost for him if he can score at least 1 goal. He's playing as a 59 overall striker at the moment. Technically out of position because he's a center forward striker, yada yada yada. That's just how the game works. Even that will mess it up sometimes, which is weird and dumb, but that's how the game works. Unfortunately, we're playing our away kits as well, the American kits, so you call it. We're also on legendary as well. We have just upped it from that last game. I wanted to up it since we got into League 1. I just forgot for that first game, but we're back on not back, but we're on legendary now. Cadillac now into Varela, Varela into Ricci. Ricci, who has Magnet, which is the first touch playstyle plus, into Porter. Porter now into Kasim, into Ricci. He can't find him. He'll win the ball back into Cadillac, and he gets on the score sheet. Cadillac opens the scoring here against Plymouth Argyle, and Wakefield are up 1-0. Steal. Cordoba now on the ball into Varela. Varela into Cadillac. Cadillac, can he lay that off for Ricci? Ricci gets on the score sheet as well. Doubles the lead for Wakefield. It's 2-0. So not only a little bit of a stat boost for Mr. Cadillac, if he keeps this up and if he's able to continue on into the second half, he might as well win man of the match as well. But Ricci is also there as well. I believe he has a goal and assist now too. Both Ricci and Cadillac on both sides of the ball for both goals. Montero with a beautiful tackle, looking to switch it to the other side of the pitch. Didn't really work out as Whittaker gets it, but still will block a shot effort or whatever was the keeper going to do. Now Varela out wide to Porter. Porter now on the ball. Can we get a third before halftime? It's still Porter, quickly shut down by Gillespie, and that will be halftime. 2-0 up here against Plymouth Argyle. The boys are flying in the first time in League 1. Cadillac will be coming off injured for Mr. Montero, who is so badly wanting to play as striker for some reason the game wants him. That won't be happening. Montero will come on later on though, for sure. We'll see what Montero is still about. Wayne on the ball, still trying to defend, just jockeying with them. Now right, Montero can't block the shot or the cross, and Wayne gets past Olsen, who can't block the shot. It's 2-1. They have in a deficit. They're right back into it. Still applying the pressure. Cordoba has to get here first. That might be all she wrote. It's a 1-2 win for Wakefield Juniors. Back-to-back wins in the League 1 debut here for Wakefield Juniors. And I actually have no idea who's going to win the man of the match. Maybe Cadillac, maybe Ricci. One of those two possibly winning the man of the match. What was my play style? It was a Cadillac goal in which he got. So that is actually there. And that's going to be a +4 on him. +1 for finishing. And then +3 for man of the match as well. As he might be our new main striker because he's actually kind of decent. I can't lie. He's injured. So that might be a worse thing to focus on. But he's decent. His finishing is 42. We're just going to up that to 46. We're going to use all 4 contributions straight onto him as a... And thankfully, Cadillac is only out for 5 days. I believe he'll miss 1 game, if I'm not mistaken, which is the Carabao Cup against Berto, which I don't care about. We'll play him in the league. I don't care about the Carabao Cup, so he'll definitely miss that. But he'll be back for the weekend fixtures. Completely rotated team here to take on Beto in the Carabao Cup. Steele is the only player that gets to play in the starting 11. Santos as well, but Santos is about to be out on loan anyway as we win 2-1. I was kind of hoping we lost. Maybe I should have put in Bolton as goalkeeper and we would have lost that game. That is unfortunate to see there. We have to play another Carabao Cup fixture. I don't care about the Carabao Cup. I care a lot more about... Now, Montero, we could let him go. Even though he's not a big club, we could let him go. in all honesty. We have Santos, who I'm more interested in. We have Kasim, who I'm more interested in at the moment, kind of, even if we downgrade him slightly. We're going to let go of Montero. We will accept that. Montero, wait, that was just Montero, right? That wasn't, I really hope that was Montero, not Monterio, the right back, makeshift right back that we have at the moment. That would be really bad, as Mr. Santos is going out on loan to Burnley. And there he is, Montero, sold to West Brom for 1.95 million. I mean, he was good the first season. I mean, was he? No, he wasn't really that good. He had 6 goals and 13 assists that first season, and he sent the second season out on loan. Third season, he's gone. I mean, it's just as simple as that. He's gone, 1.95 million to West Brom. Now, this isn't going to make much of a difference, but Bobank Smith up to a right winger. He goes from a 59 to 62, but he's still not good enough. And Kumalo is still not good enough as well. So both players we just released. And now we are playing against Fleetwood Town, who is the second best team in the league. Multiple teams have won their first couple of games. In fact, top 5 have all run their games. We just have the better goal difference. Fleetwood Town have actually not even conceded a goal yet. We've only conceded 1. It's time to take on Fleetwood Town to end things off in today's episode. I nearly ended it at the last game, but we'll go ahead and play Fleetwood Town. We are playing our blue kits, or red and white kits, whatever, and then our team is a little bit tired, so we might have to rotate it slightly. And that's exactly what we would do. Porter would go ahead and get the start on the left-hand side. Ramos back into the lineup, not on the reserves, and he's instantly back into the starting 11 for this game only. Ricci at cam, Vieta, Martins has to play at center mid. That's completely fine. Cordoba, Dennis at center back instead of Steele. Humphrey instead of Weston. Montero still at right back position. Olsen still in between the sticks. We are going to go ahead and offer for Ricci as his first game starting here at the club now. We are going to go ahead and offer a... What do we offer him against Fleetwood Town? Does he have a playstyle plus? He does have a playstyle plus. First touch. You know, just for the fun of it, because why not? If I can just click on the right game on the right screen here. For the fun of it, we're going to offer a free throw plus playstyle for Mr. Porter. And here we go. Maybe our first real test of League One football. We're still on I almost said Ultimate. We're still in Legendary in for the second game. Obviously, if we sell some more players that are like top players, somebody like Steele, who's a great center back, even somebody like Humphrey's not good enough. Somebody like Videla, something like that, a good pieces of options. Cordoba as a left back, if we sell him, we might go back down to world class if we are playing with worse players, but for the time being, seeing as we have better players than most of these teams in League One, we should be able to play legendary, not with ease, but a lot harder and a lot more challenging than what world class will be. World class will be way too easy in League One with these players at the moment. Might even have to put some sliders on if need be as well. Haven't done that yet this season, but still a possibility. An offer, again, a play style plus, a free throw plus. If we can complete a free throw into the box as we go down 1-0. Me just blabbering on, and Fleetwood Town grabs an early lead against Wakefield here at our home ground. Now back to McAdam. Montero getting spun around. Humphrey getting caught out of position, and Mediat will double that lead. It's 2-0. Our makeshift center backs there not doing the job there, and our makeshift right back ain't that great either. Be out for a corner here for Fleetwood Town. It's McAdam on the ball. It's McAdam getting a touch there, and somehow they actually get a third. Fleetwood Town up 3-1. Not 3-1, 3-0. Montero into Ramos now. Ramos on the ball. Into Cadillac. Cadillac with his new finishing straight, and Cadillac gets one back here. Maybe a chance that we actually maybe come back here as we're down 3-1. Now, Steele is completely still way too tired to be even coming into this game, but Humphrey is just awful. So he's going to come in anyway for Humphrey. We're just going to have to suffer through that. Also, Kasim comes on for Ramos at right winger, and then Varela, who's also still too tired to be coming on, comes on for the more tired Vieira. Holgate on the ball. Now, not Vieta, Martins. As we are looking to step up the pressure here, trying to get maybe if we can somehow get a draw out of this game, that would be absolutely fantastic. Montiero now into Mr. Varela. Varela, can he send that into? No, he can't find Cadillac. Cheese fault. Broom into Asamoah. Into McAdam. McAdam makes it 4. That's game over. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's absolutely pissing it down outside. So I'm going to go before my power gets cut off. We ended the episode there in 8th. 2 wins, 1 loss against one of the best teams in the league. It seems like as them and Charlton Athletic are absolutely cruising by. I will see y'all for next episode. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.